Yes guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be looking at England versus Slovakia and how England narrowly beat Slovakia 2-1 in Euro 2024. Before we get into it though, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Euro 2024 content, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. So going into the game, the lineup, glad that Kobbie Mainoo was included in the team. I'm glad he didn't go with Gallagher again, because I think in that Slovenia game it was very flat. Gallagher didn't really offer much in terms of going forward and making a real impact, but I felt Kobbie Mainoo in the squad was great. Palmer missed out again, but obviously Saka, he's got the ability to make an impact. I think it's different with the Gallagher situation. I feel like Saka can make an impact and has got that ability. So it was a bit unfortunate for Palmer to miss out, but I can understand why he kept Saka in. So yeah, in terms of the lineup, I was fairly happy. But on the first half, I felt like again we slow starters. Struggled to get our own half at points, and Slovakia come close early on. They had a few chances where they looked like scoring, and they ended up did scoring through Ivan Schrantz. It was a decent goal, to be fair. Good movement, good little link up play with the Slovakian players. Caught John Stones and Gay napping. Really, it just seemed like they played their way through. Good finish as well. And yeah, we're sort of lazy at the back, I felt. It's probably been our best thing about us this tournament. Our defence has been decent. Gay and Stones look like they've been great, but in that goal they didn't really, we weren't too good. But England looked flat in general, to be honest, in that first half. We lacked ideas, had no real purpose, and no real big chances to scream about. Again, it's just more patient build up. Don't want to take too much of a risk in case we get caught on the break. And yeah, it just seems like typical Southgate. Wants to conserve a game rather than go for it. Yeah, there was no one really creating much in the final third for me. Not much movement either. You see the likes of Trippier, Mainoo, Rice get on the ball, looking forward. There's no runners from them forward players like your Fodens, your Kanes, all that stuff. There's no real outlet for them to play a ball. So now pass it sideways, and again just recycling possession across the back line. So I felt like there was a lack of movement up front, but we had some good set piece delivery. I thought Foden on the corners and free kicks had a good delivery on him, and I felt Mainoo had a good first half as well. He was probably one of our brightest sparks. Going forward, trying to make things happen, and he was definitely a much better upgrade than Gallagher for me. And it looked like we just needed a Cole Palmer to bring it to life. And going into the second half, you would think there'd be at least one or two subs, because we were so poor in that first half. But no, there was no changes. Same squad went out, and yeah, we just wasn't really great, to be honest. Still 1-0. Again, we were so flat, few chances, and you think with 45 minutes to save your job, Southgate would go for a few changes, try and mix it up, but he kept it the same. But then he finally brings on Cole Palmer in the 60th minute, and yeah, I just felt like he played well, to be fair. Cole Palmer, when he come on, he looks just so much more fluid, more driven, wants to get forward, wants to break the lines, and I just felt like he's a quality player. But again, in that last portion of the game, we lacked ideas, we lacked fluidity. Silly fouls, silly passes as well. Stopping our movement going forward, stopping our momentum, and it just looked like we lacked ideas, just like in the first half. But then the man, the myth, the legend, Jude Bellingham pops up with an overhead kick in the 95th minute, I think it was, and wow. What a goal! What a goal! This was why he is at Real Madrid. For them big moments, he pops up, and again, it's why he's at Real Madrid. He's surrounded by quality players. He can be having a bad game, and then all of a sudden he comes alive, and that's why he's with the best in the world for me. And players like that can just drag you out of situations. Can save tournaments, can save seasons, and Jude Bellingham did just that. So yeah, credit where credit's due with Jude Bellingham. Going into extra time, Kane, I think it was one or 2 minutes in, Kane pops up with that header. It was great movement, to be fair, from Kane. It was sort of a half volley that then flicked up into him into the box. He headed home, and yeah, what a goal! Great movement, again shows why he scores the goals he scores, because he knows where to be, knows where to look, and yeah, I can't say much more. He's a quality striker. Just sometimes, for me, drops a little bit too deep in games. Needs to be in the box rather than being the guy crossing it, because again, in a few scenarios we saw against Slovakia, he was crossing the balls into our wingers, and for me that should be the other way around. But apart from that, he was there, right place, right time, did what he needed to do, and yeah, got the goal, and we saw it out. So Slovakia, they were so unlucky. They've had a really good tournament. Got to the round of 16. Again, they were seconds away from knocking England out and going on to their first quarterfinals as an independent nation, and that would have been, it would have been amazing for them. But they were so close. So yeah, they can be proud of their efforts, as they nearly caused a massive upset. So credit where credit's due. They put in really good hard work and cut it close, but it just wasn't meant to be for them. Southgate, I felt, was very lucky, as again he showed his lack of, inventiveness. Didn't change it quick enough for me after that first half. I felt, as I said, there should have been 1 or 2 subs in there just to mix it up, just to get us going again. But yeah, we look flat until Palmer comes on, and 5 or 10 minutes after he comes on, we look good again, and then we just fall back again to the same old England. But slowly, I feel the team is getting there. Finally, Palmer and Minu are getting the minutes they deserve, and hopefully against Switzerland, they get started. Minu starts again, hopefully, and Cole Palmer starts for me. Saka didn't do too bad at left back, I feel. Didn't really see much of him, to be fair. He didn't play a lot at left back, but I felt like he done okay at left back. I just hope them two start. But we can't be as poor as we were in the first half, against Switzerland, because Switzerland are a team that, they get a lead and they've got a much better defence, much better, structure than Slovakia. No offence to Slovakia, but, Switzerland, they've got world-class players playing at the top level, your Granit Xhakas of Leverkusen, your Manuel Kanjis of Man City. So they're going to be a much tougher side, and if we play like we did today, we're going to get schooled. And Southgate, he needs to be more inventive. He needs to, get them attacking players, let them thrive. Kane's got to stop dropping deep for me. He's got to be in that 6-yard box, in and around there, like he was for the goal. And yeah, we can't be as lacklustre as we were against Switzerland, because they will punish us, like they did against Italy. Italy were sort of similar to us. They didn't get off to a good start, didn't really, cause problems against Switzerland, and they beat them 2-0. It could have been the same for us. If they went one goal up, they could have got another and knocked us out of the game. So we just got to be more inventive for me, in terms of going forward, and the movement as well going forward, because the lack of options that players had at times was just ridiculous. They're just passing around the back because there's no real movement up top. So yeah, that is that for that video, guys. What did you think of the England versus Slovakia game? Be interested to see what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps us out. Check back with us as well for more Euro 2024 content, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.